Hello again, YouTube. Carl Belcher here. Today we're doing an everyday carry system update. This is for November 2017. This is my on-person carry system. This is something that I carry in my pockets and on my belt. There will be a separate video for my off-body, i.e. backpack carry system. That's a pretty long video in itself, so just get started. This is what I carry every day. So starting off here, this is the ITS Tactical Hypalon wallet. This is a pretty nice wallet. It's nice, light, compact. It's made of a rubberized material. You can see it frays a little bit, so you kind of have to like scorch them a little bit like you would paracord or something like that. But it's really nice, secure in your pocket, thin, lightweight. One thing that's pretty cool about this too, on the inside you can see here, and this is definitely more tactical than practical in my opinion, but you can fold these out and it has an escape and evasion kit built right in. So on this side we have padlock shim. This is part of a lockpicking set. This is some Kevlar cordage. On this side, this is the other part of Bogota lockpicks. This is some wire, a ceramic razor, and then this is a handcuff shim. So I'll be doing a more in-depth video on this in the future, maybe demonstrating some of the capabilities of the escape and evasion system, but you know, definitely be mindful of some of that stuff may be illegal in your area. But it's a pretty cool system, fun to have. So that's my Hypalon wallet. One thing you'll definitely notice is missing from here is a cell phone. Of course, I carry a cell phone. It's actually what's recording the video right now. It's a Samsung Galaxy S8. So you guys will have to let me know how the video quality is. I'll probably be upgrading my camera here pretty soon, but for now, this is kind of what there is. So next thing is going to be my everyday carry key system. So this comes into 3 sections. You can see it uses these little, what brand is that? I guess they're True Utility, but they're just little carabiner type connectors to hold these 3 separate pieces of keys together. This is just the keys to my truck and some of the security in my truck. Next part here, this is just like house keys, spare keys, stuff like that. And then this is the tool section here. So this is just a little copper bead by Peter Atwood. This is a Uncle Bill's sliver grippers tweezers. They just pop open like this. They got a real nice sharp tip, so they're good for digging out any embedded slivers or anything like that. And they attach right on there real securely. A little hard to do through the camera. Next thing here, this is one of my favorite all-time tools. This is a Peter Atwood. I believe this is the, I have to look at my notes, but I believe it's the Atwrench. Atwrench, excuse me. And this one is in S30V, so it's a very nice steel. This has been on my keys for about a year, maybe 2 now. You can see it's not showing any wear because of that nice high quality steel. Peter Atwood tools are awesome. They're not inexpensive, but they're extremely well made, extremely high quality. They're just a bonny and a beauty. Next thing is a, this is the Victorinox Classic, just a simple little Swiss Army knife tool. This has a knife, nail file, screwdriver, and scissors. It also has a toothpick and basically useless pair of tweezers. But main purpose of carrying this is it allows this next item to be put into practice. This is actually a magnesium fire starter with a ferro rod. So you can actually scrape that with the Swiss Army knife if you needed to. So I have fire starting capabilities. Next thing here, this is an excellent little keychain light. This is the Nightcore tube. It's got 2 settings. I believe it's 1 lumen and 45 lumens. And it's also micro USB rechargeable. This little cover here, if I can get that open. Kind of tricky to get open. There it is. So it's actually rechargeable right there, which is super nice. Extremely lightweight. So I also keep everything on this aircraft cable. This is really nice for bulky key systems. This basically keeps stuff from digging into you as much because it fluxes in bins. So that's my key system. This light is the Colaris XT1C. It has dual mode switches on the back here. It has your regular power on off. You can cycle through the modes. It has a maximum of 700 lumens. And then the other button here is a strobe. And then it's your mode switch when you're on the regular setting. You can actually reprogram it to another mode that has a full brightness turbo instead of a strobe. And that's reprogrammed in here, but I always leave it on tactical mode because I like the direct access to the strobe light. This comes with a rechargeable CR123, or a 1634 is the actual proper designation. So you get about an hour, I believe it's 50 minutes of runtime on its highest setting. So it's an excellent little light. This particular one, you can see here, has a little bit of damage to it. That is a sum total of damage from this light falling 15 feet onto concrete on accident. My place of work. So extremely durable, nice and compact. You can reverse the pocket clip, so you can use on your hat as a headlamp. The only thing I wish it had was a charging port, but it's not too big of a deal to unscrew it and charge it that way. All right, the next thing here is my everyday carry knife. There's a few different ones I rotate in and out. I've been carrying this one recently. As of this year, automatic knives were just made legal in Colorado, so I've been carrying this one kind of to support that. So this is the Benchmade 4300-1 CLA for composite light auto. It's got the gray and black G10 scales, 154 cm, and it's an auto opening. Very nice blade. Love the stone wash, great shape. The only downside to the automatic openings for me is you have to force them closed. With a regular Benchmade access lock, you can just flick them open and flick them closed. It does have a safety in case you need it. It's never gone off in my pocket, but very nice knife. Like I said, mainly carry this, the 940-1, and even a mini grip Tillian. Those are my favorite everyday carry knives, but I've been carrying this one to support the Knife and Toolmakers Association's new law that made switchblades legal in Colorado again this year. Very excited about that. Next thing here, you see the extra mag here. This is my Smith & Wesson M&P Shield. Yes, it is hot. It is a carry gun. It stays in that state. It does have a thumb safety. I tend to use that if I'm leaving it overnight, or like this where I'm handling it. Otherwise, I don't tend to use the thumb safety. This is the Performance Center Edition in 9mm. You can see it has ported barrel. It also has fiber optic sights. That's all from the factory. And then I add a Streamlight TLR6. This is a 100 lumen light and a laser. Just an excellent little carry gun. Fits excellent in the hand. The porting on the barrel just reduces muzzle flip to basically none, so you get extremely accurate follow-up shots. Just a beautiful carry gun. Relatively new. It's only been in the system a couple months, but I love it so far. And this is the Tulster light-bearing holster for it. So, excellent retention, very comfortable. You can do inside the waistband 4 o'clock or appendix carry, adjustable clip. Excellent, excellent everyday carry system. And I do carry the extended mag. The short mag is a little easier to conceal, so this is my spare. I have Hornady Critical Duty. Those are their Plus P with the polymer tips. If I can get the focus here. There we go. So those are an excellent carry around. And last but not least for my belt and pocket system is my Leatherman Charge TTI. I've had this guy for quite a while, since this design first came out. I have some other videos on it if you're more curious about this particular Leatherman. I will say right away, this doesn't really do a whole lot that you can't do with a Wave or a Charge ALX, but I love having the best of the best, and this is just a beautiful tool. So the other thing that's kind of cool is the sheath has some multi-purpose functionality. Of course, I have a Leatherman bit set in there. I customized this from a couple of their different sets to have my most common used bits. This is actually a Fisher space pin, so I always have a pin with me. And then on this side, I have a through night, and this is the TI3. It is a twisty. See, it has different modes there. It goes up to 120 lumens. And if you cycle through it, you get a strobe, which is kind of hard to get to. But it's extremely tiny, runs on a single AAA. I don't like twisties for main lights, but this is kind of a backup light since it just rides in the sheath. So it fits better than something like a microstream that would be a tail clicky. But excellent little light. One of my favorite things about it is you can take this pocket clip off really easily and rotate it around. You can stick it on the brim of a hat and have like a little headlamp. So excellent functionality there. Through night, excuse me, makes some excellent lights. So a couple other things that I carry which I'm sure you guys probably can kind of see on my hands. This is a Casio G-Shock Rangemaster, and this is the GW 9400. Love the green color, as you can see from my system, lots of green. So that's an excellent feature for me. They make it in a black if you'd like that too. It has a blacked out display. Beautiful thing about this watch is it's atomic and solar, so you never have to worry about if your time's accurate. The solar keeps it charged, the atomic keeps it accurate. This is also an altimeter, barometer, compass, so you can have all sorts of weather data, everything you need there. So compass as well, of course. Great watch. I love G-Shocks. This has the stainless buttons that are mud resistant, and of course, like every other G-Shock, it's super water resistant. I believe this one's 100 meters, so highly recommend it. One thing is it's a pretty thick watch, so it may not be for everybody. I have fairly decent sized hands and wrists, so it doesn't stick out too big. One thing I will tell you, if you get a G-Shock with tough solar and a analog face, they're really thick. You can add another 25% to this. So that's one of the reasons I went with the pure digital. So that, and I like the blacked out display, which is kind of nice. Also, the other thing is the electronic hands on the analog ones tend to get out of sync. So sometimes you have to resync them with the actual time because the little motors get interference from things like security systems at grocery stores. So I like just looking down and knowing that the time's right. The other thing here, this is my Leatherman tread. Now, first question you always get with Leatherman tread is that a multi-tool and is it useful? Yes, it's a multi-tool. Is it the most useful multi-tool? It could be in the right situation. I'll put it that way. I've been wearing this for about 2 years. You can start seeing it's actually starting to corrode a little bit, even though it's stainless. But, you know, I'll be honest, it's fashion first, function separate. That's a very rare thing for me. You know, in a situation, non-permissive carry, you know, TSA, courtroom, something like that, I've been able to carry this because it is compliant for a lot of those situations where a regular multi-tool isn't. So it's awesome for that if you have no other choice. It has some great functions. You know, this is a seatbelt cutter, a SIM pick for removing your SIM card for your modern phones, and then this is a glass breaker. So if you're trapped in a car that goes underwater, this thing might just save your life. It's got a bottle opener, which is fun for parties. Just a good conversation piece. You know, I don't use it super hard. It's not super high-end steel as far as tool steel from a functional perspective, but you know, I've tightened and loosened a few things with it here or there, and it's always there. You know, it's definitely usable. Would I carry as a primary multi-tool? Not if I had another choice, but for non-permissible environments, it's excellent. One tiny qualm for me with it, first of all, if you rack it too hard, like if you're smacking something with a hammer, it likes to tend to come undone. The other thing is you can see it's a pretty loose fit on my wrist here. So I'd like it if I could take another quarter link out, because I've taken the half link out and a full link. And it's still just a little loose. You know, another half link is too little, but you know, it's okay. I've gotten used to it. Move around on my wrist, it's not so bad, but it's just a really fun thing to have. Would I recommend it as a primary multi-tool for everybody? Definitely not, but you know, for certain environments, non-permissive carry, or you know, if you just want an excellent conversation piece, it's a great tool. So once again, guys, this has been Carl Belcher. I appreciate your time and views, and I appreciate any comments you do have. Stay tuned with me. I'm going to be doing a part 2, which is going to be my off-body, i.e. EDC bag system, and then I'll also be doing a truck carry system, basically how I have my truck set up for preparedness and everyday carry.